build up capacity?
It's a huge constraint because if you think about the conversations in data centers, they often lead to power, which is our #1 constraint as an industry. To be able to find powered land is extraordinarily difficult. And when you look at AI data centers versus standard data centers, from my perspective, there's really 3 main areas where they differ. First is on scale, because an AI data center generally is much larger. Put that in perspective. The data centers that we built for the last 10 years have been around 36 megawatt buildings. The new ones we're building are 100 megawatt, which sit on gigawatt campuses. Put that in perspective. A 100 megawatt building powers 100,000 homes. So you're using an extraordinary amount of power. So the first issue is scale around, is power scale and getting that power available. The second issue is being able to have the capital to scale, which Mark talked about earlier. And then the third issue is around innovation. And that innovation is all around liquid to the chip, or what's called DLC, direct liquid to the chip cooling, which basically, instead of using the technology we've used for 25 years for data centers, which is air cooled to remove the heat, because power equates to heat and you have to remove that heat, we use direct liquid to the chip, which is glycol device attached to the GPU and it removes that heat. That's the technology that allows AI data centers. If this were a data center hall and a standard data center, you'd have 10 racks of AI sitting in the middle of it and all blank space. And at today's modern data centers that we're building, the entire floor would be filled with racks. And so that is really the gating issue that we've looked at for the last 3 years. The claim to fame for GDC is that we're the 3rd largest global data center provider, not including the roll-up, excuse me, Mark, but standalone data centers, we're the 3rd largest. We've got about $3 billion in revenue, 3,700 employees, 150 data centers in 21 countries. And our claim to fame is that we have 250 megawatts of production liquid to the chip cooling running in our data centers, which outside of the hyperscalers is the greatest amount. And I can tell you, it's been an incredibly steep learning curve. Because for 25 years we did it air-cooled, and now all of a sudden we're using this new technology. It's not proven, it's not standardized. And so that, to me, is probably the biggest challenge in our industry, is creating a standard so that we can replicate these data centers in an efficient, standardized manner and drive the cost out.
Yeah.